Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions, and I am here with a bumped up request from Brad. Thank you very much, Brad. And this one is Tom Waits. Can't wait to get off work. 1999 says here VH1 Storytellers, and Brad said that there was no live video, only audio. Um, there's videos from other concerts, but not with the story that he tells, and that makes it awesome, and I expect it does. And this song is originally from the CD Small Change. I don't think I have that CD. I do have some Tom Waits albums, tapes, CDs on various formats. Love, love, love Tom Waits. Don't know if I've heard this Can't Wait to Get Off Work or not. Doesn't sound familiar, but that doesn't mean anything because I don't remember titles a lot of the time, especially over decades. So I might have, but I haven't seen or listened to this particular video or version anyway. So always interesting to listen to Tom Waits. He's got that very sort of gravelly voice most of the time. I think that developed over years, um, partly on purpose and partly maybe from certain substances as well might have helped along the way. Bit of smoking, bit of drinking, etc. But it was also kind of a character, a persona that was created as well. Uh, I've turned the CC on. We'll see if it works. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I will put also a link in the description to my playlist for Tom Waits. I've done some Tom Waits before. Not always easy to get up on the channel, but well worth it because he's so amazing. I'll put a link to the artist as well so you can subscribe and support the artist. We always want to do that. Don't forget to subscribe here if you haven't already. If you have, thank you very much. And thank you to everyone who shared videos, liked videos, commented. I read all of your comments, answer as many as I can, and it all helps the channel. I really appreciate it. You can also help the channel by donating. Check in the description. There's a way to donate to the channel, and or you can use one of those methods to bump up your request as Brad did on this one, and you will get yours much quicker than on the regular list. All right, let's have a listen to Tom Waits. Can't wait to get off work. Oh, I've heard and I've seen there was a really old um, I don't even know what it was. It wasn't really a concert exactly, but something that was on TV a long time ago. And he was sort of playing the role of a vagrant or whatever and wandering the streets and singing and talking and telling stories. He can also be really humorous. I've seen him on, again, many, many years ago. So I saw him on some talk shows and he's absolutely hilarious sometimes. So there's a bit of a story here. It could be funny too. Let's see.
There are 35 million digestive glands in the human stomach. It's true. I've used each one of them, and I've worked some places where the food is borderline. But
I've
my
eaten in
earliest
some like
job,
that.
and that this song is about that period of time. See the connection there? I worked at a pizza place for about 5 years when I was a teenager. There was a very large man who worked in the kitchen as a professional, and apparently he'd grown. It was the question of either expanding the kitchen or getting rid of him and hiring someone smaller. And
Eating too much of his product.
fortunately for me, they went with the small guy. And so this is, well, I'm not there yet. Let's see. Bud, this is about Bud. Bud was one of those guys who came and had a little cot in the back, and when he was having trouble with his wife, he would come in the back door and he would just stay in the back of the restaurant for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Weeks.
He was also a plumber, and I was a dishwasher. And one night, Bud was, doing the snake in the toilet, and but it was an electric snake, and there was a tremendous amount of power on the snake, and my job was to stand near Bud and just watch him.
Quite the job.
And Bud had it covered, and so I watched Bud with the snake and the motors winding up. And finally, the snake came out of the toilet and whipped around the bathroom. And that was the scary part. It was like a horror movie. And then the lights went out as it slammed into the bulb and it hit Bud in the side of the head and he went down cold.
Yikes.
And I knew he was dead. I knew it couldn't end any other way. And somehow I also knew that it was my fault. So I went into the to my boss and I said, Joe, I don't know how to put this. All right, I'm going to say it real fast. I killed Bud.
Yikes.
And they came into the bathroom and realized that Bud was, by then he was coming back alive, and Bud was not dead. And Bud
Nice.
not being dead, I wrote on that for years. I could just think about Bud not being dead, and it was kind of like a real high for me.
It's a miracle.
And so this is indirectly a song about that.
Wow, that's an interesting, an interesting intro. Yeah, most of my viewers are older, so they probably all know what a snake is. It's sort of a coil that goes down into the toilet when it gets clogged for some reason, and some of them are more manual and some of them are electric. The plumbers have electric ones generally. Um, yeah, but I've never seen anything quite that dramatic happen.
That particular night, I said, I can't wait to get off work.
Yeah, I guess.
I said, I don't mind working, because I used to be jerking. I used to spend most of my time in the bars. I've been a cabbie and a stock clerk and a soda fountain jock jerk and a manic mechanic on cars. It's nice work if you can get it. Now who the hell said it? I got money to spend on my girl. And the work never stops. I'll be busting my chops. Working for Joe and Sal. I can't wait to get off work and see my baby. She says she'll be leaving the porch light on for me.
Porch light.
I'm distracted. I'm disdainful. I'm distracted and it's painful. But this job sweeping up here is gainfully employing me tonight.
Nice piano.
Tom, do this. Tom, do that. And Tom, don't do that. Dump the trash, clean the oven, count the cash. Oh, you're loving, it's a rare and a copacetic gift. I'm a moonlight watchmanic. It's hard to be romantic when you're sweeping up over by the cigarette machine. Sweeping up over by the cigarette machine. And I can't wait to get off work and see my baby. She said she'll be leaving the porch light on for me. Clean the bathrooms and clean them good. Oh, you're loving, I wish you would. Come down here and sweep me off my feet. This room will have to be my baby. If I hurry, I just might get off before the dawn's early light.
It's like a struggle to get to the end there. Oh, very good. The story really helps with this particular song, yeah. Okay, that's actually where it ends. Yeah. Sounded like something was coming, but no. Excellent. Tom is hilarious. He's so funny, and whether his stories are true, partly true, or completely fictional, always interesting. Usually humorous, some serious. Certainly he has lots of serious songs too, and sometimes it's mixed together. But yeah, really, really good. Yeah, you've probably had jobs like that, at least when you were very young, maybe now even. So that you just can't wait to get off work. Or maybe just certain days, maybe not all the time, but certain times when you really want to hook up with somebody or hook up with your friends or do something that you just can't wait for that time to pass. And of course, the more you're waiting for the time to pass, the slower it seems to go. But yeah, you know, I've had jobs like that I couldn't wait to be over, but some of them never seemed to be over. It's like I used to I used to work in restaurants in various capacities, mostly as a cook or chef, but started off learning, you know, uh, dishwasher prep work, sweeping the floors, cleaning up, and it's pretty disgusting sometimes, but didn't really work for a place where I would say the food was bad. Was generally very good, in some cases exceptional. But the work was heavy and difficult, and sometimes I used to get a chuckle. You worked in a hotel, I was the head chef, and sometimes customers would say, "Oh, it must be nice to have such a nice light job." It's like, wow, you really don't know what this is all about, do you? We used to do weddings downstairs for up to 150 people, I think was the capacity of the room down there. Run the main restaurant, which was 40 or 50 people. And then upstairs there was another sort of convention meeting room where sometimes they ordered food, and that was for 20 or 30 people. And sometimes they were all running at the same time. And yeah, you were carrying food, dishes, pots, everything up and down 3 flights. Yeah, it was not exactly light and easy work, but there you go. Everybody only sees this little piece of what you do in your job. Anyway, that's my story. Uh, can't wait to get off work. Uh, yeah, and the story leading into it was hilarious, and the way that he presents his stories is very funny too. And you got to hear a bit of that grit in his voice as well, and a bit jazzy there too at points. So, really, really enjoyed this one. Thank you very much, Brad, for this. Great to add to the channel. I'll add it to Tom Waits' playlist as well. Check in the description for a link to my playlist for Tom Waits, as well as a link to Tom Waits' channel to go and support him. And also, there's a way down there to bump up your request, as Brad did for this one. And don't forget to subscribe here if you haven't already. Just push that little button, doesn't hurt at all. Apart from that, keep listening, keep having fun. I hope that you enjoy your work and aren't at least always, chewing at the bit to get home. All right, it is Ron from RJJ's Reactions. Bye bye for now.